Thank you so much to Blackjack, RS Farmer Bob, and Tapanda for supporting the channel and being the sponsor of today's video. What the heck, I didn't know this was still happening. These wizards spawning out of bounds. This Zamrak wizard is in an out of bounds square. You cannot stand any farther north than where I am currently. So what happens when I kill it? Am I going to be able to finish the clue? And what about the things it drops? Let's take a look here. Okay, can I grab that stuff? Not that I need it, but it's only one square away. Maybe I can reach? Wow, I guess so. That's weird. Why are these guys still spawning out of bounds? I made a video documenting this a few months ago, and since then people send me pictures of it happening all the time, but nobody has sent me one for a month or two now, so I thought it was maybe fixed. It's really not a big deal because you can still complete the clue anyway, but it's a strange occurrence. Hello everyone, my name is Andrew, AJT, and today we're going to talk about something that, unless you've been living under a rock, has pretty much been discussed all across RuneScape and social media, and that is, should old school RuneScape have an HD mode? This is a very big question, and there's really no easy answer. For most of my time playing this game, I would have said absolutely not, no way, no chance. Why would you have an HD mode in old school when it's literally called old school RuneScape and RuneScape 2007? But I was curious, so I did a poll in the community tab, and almost 3,000 people voted, which I think is a record for my polls, and 78% of people said yes, which is pretty surprising because my viewers, I think, are a little bit more old school players. They probably don't want these big new updates compared to the general community. At least that's my impression of it. But wow, 78% of people said yes. That's pretty shocking. So I read a lot of the comments and people had some really good points, and they definitely made me kind of more on the fence about this. A lot of people said, well, it could be a toggle potentially. We'll talk more about that later. Also, people mentioned that you could have an HD and make it similar to pre-eoc HD, which would be pretty decent, and also you could keep the armor and weapons the same, which were one of the graphical updates that I really didn't like from back in the day. So to see if I won old school RuneScape HD, I figured, why don't I just try the HD version of RuneScape that is already existing, RuneScape 3. So the only problem is I have not played RuneScape 3 really at all. My account on here is basically a time capsule from 2012. Almost nothing has changed with my stats. I have level 1 and the new stuff, and the stats that I got from pre-EOC. Thank you so much to Becky for showing me the Shadow Reef in RuneScape 3, which is an entry-level PVM area. She has experience in both games, so she was the perfect person to teach me how to do this. I'm going to show you some highlights and then give you my thoughts. Where'd you go? Are you at the bank?
I'm laying on the ground.
Oh. Oh, there you are. Oh my god, I didn't even know.
Sail the boat whenever you're available.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, it's all loading. Ooh,
Yeah, it
cool.
might take a second. Okay, so you have to kill all of this stuff before you can, that barrier moves, before you can move in the dungeon. It's like, I don't know, a maze.
Yeah. So it basically just does the abilities for you.
Yes.
It's convenient.
Super convenient.
So what's like, is Legacy basically pointless then? Because you might as well like use this instead.
Exactly. Yeah, my back already hurts from carrying you. I'm just kidding. Oh shit! Oh my god.
We just set that.
Am I dying? I'm literally dying!
Oh my god, just eat. It's okay. Look how good what? XP?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, do the levels over 99 do anything?
In some skills, like, so some skills actually go to 120. They all virtually go to 120, but like
Only the new
some
ones
of them
matter.
actually have past 120. Like, I know Slayer does, farming, herblore, dungeoneering,
But
like
combat doesn't matter.
Invention goes. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I don't know, but I don't know. You can get a really cool cape when you get 120. That's like sparkly, so that's all that matters.
I like these Trigors. They seem to do pretty well.
Yeah. Wait till you get a scythe one day. It's so good.
It just like wrecks everything.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. It's like, so it's stupid, honestly. Oh, I can't wait for you to do invention. It's really
Yeah.
cool. You get to like disassemble anything. Like, You get a whole new icon in your inventory, and anything you have in your inventory, you can just like drag and drop to it, and it like disassembles it, and you get like all these different parts. And I don't know where the fuck they go, but like they're somewhere in your inventory at all
Sounds
times.
like
And you
satisfying
can
just to
like,
use up all that shit.
but yeah, it's like really good for stuff like if you have just a bunch of shit in your bank that you can't use for anything, and like, you know, do not go through that barrier
Because it
right
ends
there,
it?
because that's where that fucking eel
Oh,
is.
okay. We won't do that.
Yeah. Maybe we should go so you can experience it one time like I did.
Is it just like kills you right away?
Yeah, I mean if you don't run.
Yeah. That would wreck me, I'm sure.
And you're trapped in there. You can't run back out.
Wow.
Oh my god, don't go.
Yeah, I was worried like misclicking.
Yeah.
What is all this, all these hearts? Oh, they just like slowly...
Look, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what
yeah.
it's like regenerating your health or whatever. Hey, don't run
Oh,
up
that's
there.
right.
You should run up there.
You're definitely like you were definitely thinking of just like not telling me and be like, okay, now you go over there. I would have died. Whoa, how'd you just like warp across the... That's like, I've never seen that before in RuneScape. You can just like Jedi like sprint speed through it.
No, it's not working. Did they? Hold on. I don't remember where the spot is. Give me a second.
Oh my god. It's so fast.
I did not mean to go that way.
Yeah, I didn't want you to run into those guys.
Oh my god. I'm gonna try it again after we kill these. Oh, he's there. Look. Don't run down there.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
we won't.
do not go down there.
I guess so, right?
Just don't go down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so turmoil, let me eat up the full. Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. I'll pretty much tank this whole thing.
He's only level 123.
Yeah, just kill the skeletons are what's annoying. So just try to kill them, and I'll
Kill
try
them
to
first?
just let...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kill the skeletons, and I'll try to just let him beat me up.
Does he only attack one person at a time?
Usually. You're about to get a shit ton of dungeoneering tokens.
Oh wow, it gives you them from this?
Yeah, this is like, I guess it's like part of it. I think you get like 5k just from this boss.
So wow, that was actually a lot of fun. We went for a few hours and I made around 2 mil, which is pretty good, and I am starting to understand RuneScape 3. I'm sure a lot of people are going to comment, oh my god, you're so bad at RuneScape 3. I know I am, but thankfully I had Becky to show me, so thank you so much to her again. The revolution thing made the abilities much easier because it does a lot of them for you, and I really do enjoy the graphics. The graphics aren't at the peak settings because my laptop is quite a few years old now. It's from 2014, so I can't really run the best settings, but I do enjoy the graphics, and it might be cool to see something like that in old school. So getting back to the original question, should we have these graphics or something equivalent in old school? Well, playing RuneScape 3 definitely made me appreciate the graphics a lot more, and it might be cool if we had a toggle mode of HD graphics in old school. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I did want to talk a little bit more about this because I'm not sure how feasible this is. For example, is everything in the game going to have to be drawn again? And if that's the case, for future updates, are they going to have to draw them in a old school graphics as well as in HD at the same time? Is that even feasible? Maybe it is, maybe it's just something about the textures being higher quality. I'm not a graphic designer outside of the silly thumbnails I make for videos, so I'm not really sure if that's possible, or maybe that's not even a big deal at all. Obviously the Jagex graphics team would know best, but I'm sure some of you guys in the comments who may be more familiar with the process could answer that as well, and at least give some more insight on it, even if you're not totally sure. Now, the other concern I have is something that a lot of people probably don't even consider, and that is the music. The music for new content, which is actually quite good in many cases, is being designed with the old school format. Now, if we were to have HD, does that mean that all of that music would have to be updated? I guess you could port a lot of it from RuneScape 3, or would people even want that to happen? And also, for new updates, would it have to be designed twice? Because if the new updates were in HD, it would be weird to have old school music or vice versa. So there's definitely a lot to this question. As I mentioned earlier, it's not as simple as, yeah, let's have HD, or no, we shouldn't. I think if Jagex was going to make an HD update, they should be really good with communicating how all these things would work and listening to community feedback, which in general I think they have been pretty good about recently, and I'm sure they would be able to answer some of these questions pretty well. The other thing is, if there was an HD toggle, would I actually play it, or would I just stick to the old school graphics? Well, the old school graphics are very nostalgic to me. I love them. I really enjoy the graphics in old school. That's why I wasn't really on the forefront about this. I wasn't really begging for an HD update. I think if it were to happen, I would probably play like 50-50 HD and old school graphics, and hopefully people wouldn't just switch completely to HD graphics as far as content creation. People can do what they want, obviously, but it would be weird if I'm like the only one still making videos with the old school graphics. I know that probably wouldn't happen, but I certainly would not want to just abandon them and make them seem irrelevant. But overall, yes, I would be okay with an HD if it was optional. It's not necessarily the main thing I want to see in old school. Like, I would much rather have them devote more time to revamping the clan system or other things like that that would be also huge projects, because HD isn't really a priority for me. But if this many people want it, I can see myself being okay with it if it's a toggle and really just an optional feature. I do think it would be cool just to revisit all my favorite areas in the HD mode, just to see what Dagonoth Kings or God Wars or the Wilderness look like with an HD update. That's actually pretty exciting to think about. I try to keep an open mind with things in the game. Again, if you were to ask me a year ago, I would say no way. And now that I've read what everyone has to say, and I'm sure I'll hear a lot of opinions in the comments of this video as well, so feel free to contribute your thoughts and ideas, I can change my opinion based on new information or new ideas, especially on a topic like this that doesn't have concrete information or plans yet. With that being said, I can still respect your opinion if you are totally against it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and definitely hit the like button if you agreed with anything I said or if you enjoyed. Also, let me know if you enjoyed the RuneScape 3 content. I had fun with it, so maybe I'll do some more in the future. You can join my clan chat up on screen, AndrewAJT62. You can join our Discord down below. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram down below. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can check out my Patreon page in the end screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.